I cannot wait until this part of the code gets fixed. How many times do I have to kill these fracking trees? Yeah, I've been having a little bit of fun. Oopsie. It got me out on the wrong side. Hi, Dutchie. I have had a very interesting day. As I'm sure you've noticed. I've been checking out a couple of different mods and whatnot, and as you can see, this is all vanilla. This is Rey's speeder from The Force Awakens. I'm kinda liking it. A lot. A lot. Anyway, what I have been up to today is I went through and I looked at the roadmap that Keen Software House and its CEO, Marek Rosa, are putting to let people know where the direction of the game development is going from this point forward. Because we haven't really had a whole lot of that coming out of Space Engineers or from Keen in general. So it's good to have that kind of information. But what was better was that today they did it as a live stream on Twitch. It was kind of cool. I unfortunately missed the beginning part when the CEO was there. But I did happen to catch the quote-unquote after party with gosh, here I am going, anyway, but I did happen to catch the quote-unquote after party with Zockley, and let me tell you, that is one heck of a community manager, organizer, person, a very, very good face for Keen, to the community as a whole, and his first video for Keen was the new update video, which I enjoyed. I really did. It was a pretty good format. He did very well with it. I was very much impressed. I was even more impressed when I got into this little after party and there was a lot of Space Engineers community people. Like, holy crap, that was amazing. I was super excited because Wasted Space was there. Shut up. Anyway. Wasted Space was there. Scotch Dragon was there. Sectan was there. And I got to mention to him my issue with the vent corridors. And he knows it's an issue. He's working on it. It's cool. He's doing some great stuff with his mods and whatnot. And there was other people from the modding community. And one thing that we need to remember going forward is that the modding community for Space Engineers, even though it's really cool that this particular speeder was made entirely vanilla, we do have to remember that there's a lot of things that the modders have added to this game to enhance gameplay, and Master has gone through and put together a bunch of like the script that you have to have in any survival world for materials management and everything like that. It's just an amazing addition to the game. And then there's Power Fix, I don't remember who does that one, and then there's Freya's battery management that is crucial to doing a survival world on Planet. But I didn't get to talk to a lot of them. I did get to talk to a couple of modders. And let's face it, if it wasn't for modders, you would not be seeing this visage. This lovely model here would not be possible if it were not for the modding community. So that's a big thing. And the fact that Keen is going through and they're going to be fixing a lot of the things that are really annoying. I know you noticed my intro. Yeah, the trees not going away after I pummel the crap out of them to get them out of my freaking castle so I can make Castle Pretty for you guys. That is annoying. So freaking annoying. I flip out. Yes. I very much flip out. But one thing that I got to speak with Zockley about, and one thing that spurred discussion, because there was a voice chat as well as the text chat on Twitch. And I do not envy Zockley. He was running 4 different chats at the same time and hadn't eaten, and oh my gosh, dude. Eat something, please. Please tell me by the time I upload this video you have eaten something and gone to bed. Because he was still going at 1 AM Prague time. That's almost insane. But one of the things we talked about is something that I'm actually going to show you. And ignore my stuff here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in, yeah, it's creative, because I'm just talking with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put in a med bay, because somebody did something pretty awesome, and we were talking about it on the stream too, was that I haven't really found another girl, woman, however they identify. I haven't really found one that does space engineers. I think I'm the first one, which is kind of cool and a little bit scary at the same time. But I think part of the reason, and I've said this to my friends and other people many different times, is that there is no engineer. There is no female engineer. You make an engineer, and this is what you look like. Granted, the model is solid. Great texture work. It's very pretty. All that stuff. Now take off your helmet. Whoa! I do not want to do a survival world and look like that. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that's like, yeah, I'll do that. It's cool. Rawr. Right. No. Well, once upon a time, there was a mod. Again, the modding community for space engineers has been amazing. But once upon a time, there was a mod when it was still... Yeah, I know, I'm hovering over it. I'll show you in a second. But when the game was still DX9, and while the character was still very much static, there was no ragdoll to the character at all. So, like, when you go through and hit your jetpack, the wiggling of the arms and legs, responding to the physics, didn't happen. So they had to change, you know, the armature, the skeleton in which the 3D model character is made of, right? They had to change it so they could animate it better. Well, when they did that, the female engineer that was on the workshop was gone. It was obsolete. But in the last couple of days, I was actually like really, really happy. And this is sort of a mod spotlight. It is a little bit weird. Bear with me here. It is a bit strange that the suit appears a little bit smaller to me. But it's fine. The mod author has said that they're going to be working on it. And Snow Z, I love you, dude. I really do. Because I now have an engineer that I can run around with. And it's great because it also... Yeah, I know. I said it in a recent episode of my Let's Play. Let me do this right. I said it in a recent episode of my Let's Play. I couldn't do that before. I can now! Yay! Yeah, you see, the mesh morphs a little bit funky, but the mod author is working on it. Hello, Dutchie! I can say hello now. And here's the best part. Seriously, here is the best part. Right? I go and... Oops. Wrong button. I can take off my helmet. And I do not look like an Eastern European dude that hasn't shaved in a year. In fact, this is one of the characters... This is actually modeled after one of the characters from... Well, let's look at it real quick. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the workshop real quick. And really, seriously, all I did was search for female engineer. And there's the tungsten, which has become a staple in my Let's Play series. And here's this one, Snow Z. Dude, send him love, send him kudos. Or him, her, I don't know. And I don't really care. But it's an updated port of the old DX9 version. This is the DX9 version that was in the game and did have animations and whatnot before the rigging changed. After the rigging changed, the tungsten was the answer. And now, he's gone through. He, she, I don't know, don't care. Snow Z has gone through and done this. Ported it. The face is Jennifer from Deadfall Adventures. I'm gonna have to look that up, because I don't think I've played that particular game. But, I mean... Look at this. Oh, no, that's too close. But we'll get in here. Truly amazing texture work. And the hair... Okay. I'm a little bit of a freak about hair. But... this is like... kind of like a messy bun French braid sort of thing that one would assume that you would go ahead and do with your hair if you're going to be working a lot. And, well, we're space engineers. We do a lot of work. So this is totally fitting. And the hair looks really nice. The face looks really nice. It's just a great model. And really, when you take a look at it, and you consider all the different stuff, the animations, the suit, all those things. Facepalm. I love my facepalm. Yay! I can facepalm now. But it's all just basically on the same skeleton armature that the male model is on. And that's fine. I am perfectly okay with this. It's a spacesuit. It doesn't need to be form-fitting in the slightest. I just want a head. And I was glad that we were able to have a discussion about that on the live stream and talking about different things. The focus of Keen Software House at this particular moment in time, if you take a look at the roadmap, and I'll go ahead and put a link in the description, but if you take a look at the roadmap, you can see that their direction with the game is optimization. They're getting ready to release a full retail version of Space Engineers. And why wouldn't they? I mean, it's been in early access since 2013. They have done so much. It was first just a small jumble of asteroids. It moved on, they started expanding the easy starts and scenarios, and then they got the infinite world and exploration, and now we have planets. Never in a million years did the development team down at Keen ever assume that they would have planets in this game. Not when they first started. I mean, Merrick will even say that. When he started conceptualizing the game, he had no idea that planets were going to be there. They were not going to be a thing. But the community was really, really, really vocal about it. One of the things that I love about Keen Software House, and why I continue to play this game and enjoy the heck out of it, even with my objections to there not being a female character model 2 years after early access started. That's my thing. It's not a huge issue. It's still, I love this game. And I love this game because the community is amazing. Every one of you are amazing. The people who watch Space Engineers, the people who play Space Engineers, the people that comment on it, and the developers themselves. It's a real tight-knit group, and that's what I like about it. And it's not a bunch of, you know, babies whining on Reddit about it. It's engaging, it's intellectual, it's like, you know, it really is a bunch of people who think like engineers, who are like, okay, we have a problem, how can we solve the problem? And the community comes together and tries to figure it out. So, from me to all of you at Keen Software House, even though I have certain objections and different things like that, it's not game-breaking for me. I am going to continue to play Space Engineers. I am going to continue to feature Space Engineers content on my channel. And I'm going to promote you guys as much as I possibly freaking can. Because you're amazing. Every single one of you are amazing. And the people watching this are amazing. It's just, this game is not just something to play. This game is an experience. And if you have not picked up Space Engineers, what the frack is wrong with you? Seriously. Go to Steam and get it already, please. Goodbye, Dutchie. Until next time.